And welcome to Basement Chronicles Live. My name is Lisa Dublin. I'm a health and life coach, and I help you to speak, to lead, and to live with confidence. Because, why shouldn't you? Okay, welcome, special welcome to my diamond inside the To All the Girls Success Club. I do something very special on a Saturday morning where, we just take time to crush on God, as we like to call it, and really explore faith and boost up our faith inside the club only. So if you are of that ilk, you can go ahead onto Facebook and send a request to join the To All the Girls Success Club. And I'll let you in. Answer the questions and I'll let you in. We're talking about choosing thoughts that serve you today because they don't often, what we think about doesn't often serve us, or we need to kind of change it to get a different result. Anywho, folks, let's begin with our confessions. I am blessed and highly favored, above only and not beneath, the head and not the tail. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. I shall lend and not borrow, and I have nothing missing and nothing broken. It's often said that whatever your confessions might be, it's not just a matter of saying them. You have to put belief, energy, effort into thinking of every single one of your confessions, whatever they might be. It's a wonderful way to start your day, and it's perhaps a good place to start. Please say hi if you're here. I'm just trying to, just having all of my different platforms open. Welcome to people on LinkedIn, YouTube, everywhere on Facebook. I sent out an email to my email list just before we came on to say, hey, I'm going to be here live for a couple minutes. Please join me. So anybody who's joining from those links through my email list, welcome as well. Let's talk about your thoughts. And, I don't want to go too deeply this morning because it really is a topic that has given a lot of controversy, and there's a lot to discuss about what are you thinking and is it serving you? And where do thoughts come from? What should I think? Here's where I want to pick it up. I want to pick it up from the point of view of what do I want in life? And if I want a certain result, what thoughts are going to get me there? Because you guys, thoughts produce our words. Hi, Valina. Good morning. Oh my goodness, it has been a minute, lady. Good morning to you. Our thoughts produce our words, and our words will produce certain feelings, and those feelings will produce actions, and it is those actions that get us results. And so, here's the first distinction that I always make about thoughts that produce words. Okay? Your thoughts could either be a commentary on your life, where it is right now, or your thoughts could be seed bearing, seed bearing to produce fruit. You choose, you decide what do you want. So either you look at your life as it is right now, and you're like, oh my gosh, I woke up today, it's not going to be a good day. I feel so bad. Everything is falling apart in my life. Look at this and look at that. Tell me something. When you start the day like that, or you think those thoughts, what kinds of words, what kinds of feelings do you feel? When you say stuff like that, do you want to try to change it? What about if I choose thoughts that say, even though this is going on right now, this is where I'm going to end up. Oh, my future is going to be, Joel Osteen has something saying that my future is going to be so bright that I will need sunglasses to see it. What do those kinds of positive thoughts produce for you? Are they life-giving? Are they seed-bearing? That's, for me, that's a very first distinction, which is why I'm going to focus on the thoughts that are going to produce that kind of positive result. Because it seems to me that the things that you think will make you feel a certain way. So if I come like, gosh, I'm nothing, Like, look at everything that has happened in my life. It's proven to me that I can't do it, that I am the lowest common denominator. I am the person who is messing up. Oh my goodness. Does that give you the come upness, the energy to get up and to change it? Oftentimes it doesn't. Oftentimes, those kinds of thoughts that are simply a commentary on what is do not change things into what you want them to be. And so, you guys, I think we need to do is to change those thoughts. Change those thoughts. And, one of the ways that I like to change my thoughts. And I was talking about it yesterday. Did you join me yesterday? I was there. I was online at what time? 3 p.m. my time. That's Mountain Standard Time because I live in Edmonton, Alberta. So we're MST. And I was saying that I had occasion last week to really coach myself into thinking different thoughts to produce a different result. You always have the option. You always have the option to choose your thoughts, depending on what the result is that you want. And I just found myself just complaining and looking at what was as opposed to what I wanted it to be. And because I had to coach myself to say, hey, okay, if you stay here, if you be thinking these thoughts right now about this situation, what is it doing for you? Are these thoughts serving you? And so, one thing I do when I find myself in those situations is I ask a couple clarifying questions, I like to call them. I teach my clients to do that as well. Ask yourself a couple clarifying questions, and I've got them here for you today. I have a couple, but I'm just going to give you just a few because we don't have much time. The first clarifying question that I often utilize to get myself thinking the right thoughts, get myself back on track, is this: what does life require of me right now? At this moment of time, perhaps whatever time of the day that I feel confusion, I feel disappointment, or I feel like I'm not, you know, doing what I'm supposed to, I ask myself this clarifying question: what does life require of me right now? Now, you guys, obviously, if I'm asking myself that question, and hey to everybody, please say hi. I'm trying to see if I see the comments. If I'm asking myself that question, there's an underlying conclusion that I want to do better. And I'm just trying to find some kind of hook to get me moving again. Not everybody's there. So if you are that kind of person who's into like growth and I always want to do better, that level of question is going to work for you. What does life require of you right now? And sometimes it is listen, this is so simple, or maybe even, well, I don't know if it's simplistic. It's simple, as in it's an exercise that literally gets you back on track very easily. It could be something simple as life just simply requires of me to take a 30-minute nap right now. I'm tired, right? If I take a nap, I can get up refreshed and I can really push the work that I have to do. It can be something as simple as that. On the other hand, if you are in confusion and you ask yourself this question and you are of that ilk, the person who wants to get ahead, and you say, what does life require of me right now? That can run the gamut of doing stuff like, hey, I probably need to break up with this person. This is not serving me. That's what life requires of me right now. If I need to get to the other side, if I need to be to advance, that's what life requires of me right now. So it's something that could be so immediate. Like right now, I just need to take a nap. If I do that, I will be okay. Or life could require of me right now, put down that cookie. I don't need it. I had one already. Life requires of me right now. I've eaten 2 cookies. Life requires of me right now to put down that third one. Something as simple as that can happen because you've asked yourself that clarifying question. But what about those people who want a certain result, but you feel like this very spoiled kid? throwing a tantrum. I don't want to do it. I don't care what life requires of me right now. I don't want to do it. That's a different kind of question that is needed. And for somebody like that, you know where I would start? Because we are always there, especially with people. For me, that's it. Even though I want a certain result in the moment, I don't feel like acting a certain way. And the clarifying question for me in those instances is, what would be the best result in my opinion? What do I really want from this situation? What do I really want? When I ask myself that second question, then it prompts me to think of a certain result. This is what I want. I want, like, this happened a couple weeks ago. Well, actually months ago, it happened that I was given something to do at work that I didn't feel was my job. Just like, why? It was just extra, extra. And before I kicked up a fuss, I was like, all right, what do I really want here? I needed certain outcomes within my job, within my own self. I needed certain outcomes. And because of that, it prompted me to respond a certain way. And I just literally changed my mind about the situation. I was like, I'm going to make this the best event ever. I'm going to go out and I'm going to do the best that I can, because if I do that, this will happen, that will happen, this will happen. It all depended on me making the decision that, hey, if I act appropriately in this situation, I will get the results that I want ultimately. So I started from, what result do I want? What do I really want to happen? In spite of my feelings at the moment of frustration and all sorts of things, I was like, what do I really want? And when you think of what do I really want, then you reverse engineer the result to get back to the result. So if I want a certain result, let's say, for example, I want to finish a certain task today. So I'm going to think to myself, hey, you know what? I've got the time to do this today, as opposed to, where am I finding the time? Oh my goodness, I don't even want to do this. What if I say to myself, you know what? The result that I want is to finish this task, because if I finish the task today, I don't have to come back to it. And so I'm going to help myself by thinking, I've got what it takes today for me to accomplish what I have to do. That thought is going to create an energy. It's going to create a sense of, I can do this, which is what you then need to get you into action, because the actions will come from you feeling that you can do it. That feeling of you can do it literally comes from the thought that this is something I want and that I can do. And you know what? When you take the action of getting up and doing what you're supposed to because of a feeling of I can do it, then you get the result of having it done. The thoughts that serve you are often the unpopular ones. You agree? You guys, I'm sorry I'm not seeing your comments. I am so sorry. I'm not seeing the comments. I go through Restream to get this up and running on all the platforms at the same time, because I don't have all the time in the world like most people. And sometimes what happens is I miss the comments. So basically, what I want to say is to choose thoughts that serve you today. Choose thoughts that serve you. And the way that you know is to check yourself and to see, what am I thinking? As I was saying to you, my first clarifying thought is always this: what does life require of me right now? And that usually gets me back on track. But it's not often the case. We're, depending on the level of desire, that thought is going to work for you. Sometimes you know what you have to do and you just don't. And I think the clarifying thought right then, or clarifying question, is basically, what do I want from this? And that thought, that question is going to produce a certain kind of thinking in you that I think serves us all well. Okay, folks, so my time is up. Thank you for joining me. I will next be back. So, what I'm trying to do, and really getting into it, committing to that, is I go live in my club, the To All the Girls Success Club. I go live there on a Saturday morning at this time, and we really, please like this video, and also please follow me on YouTube, Basement Chronicles. I'd appreciate the follow. All right. So I go live at 4 a.m. in the club, and then on Sundays at 3 p.m. MST, I'm gonna be here. Okay, and talking about all sorts of wonderful things, especially my chosen topics like mastery as a way of approaching the world. I also love to speak about goal setting, especially for busy women, and anything else that is my show. So I'm just like, okay, however I feel, I'm gonna come and talk about it, right? That's what we're gonna do. So join me. I'll next be on, and if you are in the club, if you can join me on Saturday at this time. And then, if not, you're most welcome, Cornelia. You're most welcome. And then again, Sunday at 3 p.m., and then Monday morning to get you thinking. So today, the whole point is think thoughts that serve you. Choose thoughts that serve you today. Check yourself. If you're feeling a certain way, don't just go to the feeling. Behind the feeling is a thought. It's a thought, right? So, for example, I always teach in public speaking. If you're feeling very nervous and stressed, what are you thinking about public speaking? If I say to myself, public speaking is not stressful, no, I can do this. That thought is going to produce a can do attitude. And that is how I get to be able to get on stage and to be able to speak to people, because I've controlled my thoughts, which lead to different feelings and give a certain action and result. Okay. So join me at these times. Please like my videos. Also, you can go on IG, on Instagram, and follow me at Lisa M. Dublin. I'm giving you all the places where I'll be. On IG as well at Lisa M. Dublin. So do go there and follow me. Lots of photos working out and all of those things. And please like and share this video. Thank you and have a wonderful week choosing thoughts that serve you. Bye.